So Harvey Weinstein was found guilty of 2 sexual assault charges last week here in New York. He's facing up to 29 years in prison on those charges. How much time do you think he'll get?
I think if he gets in the 8 to 10 range, that's a win for him. I think if he gets 15 plus, that's a lose for him legally. I think it's going to be somewhere in between there.
In between?
Yeah, 10. What do you think? I mean, I thought 10 to 15 is the range that's likely.
I would think at least 10 to 15. And then I feel that, you know, he's facing the charges also
in
Los Angeles.
That's the game changer.
That's the game changer.
That's the reason Harvey Weinstein, no matter what, is, I don't think, ever going to be free again.
I don't think so.
Because what's going to happen is he's going to get sentenced on March 11th, and then he's going to have to go to Los Angeles, face trial there. He's going to sit in a jail during the trial, and if he's convicted there, he serves the time in New York, and then gets flown to California to serve time there.
You think he's faking this illness, this whole thing with
That's the issue.
I mean, I don't think he's faking it. I mean, look, he was always kind of an out of shape and you know, troubled medically guy.
He was?
Yeah. I mean, look, do I think that... look, he might be faking it. I think it's a...
Listen, you get convicted of sexual assault in the way that he was.
You'd have chest pains, too.
Everyone would have chest pains.
No, that's right.
Was out of shape. And who was at the top, you know, the top of Hollywood. But I was surprised to hear you thought he had a chance of being acquitted.
Oh, I thought that he had a real serious chance of being...
You did?
Yes,
How
because...
could you think
well, look,
that?
on Friday, when the jury came back and said that they reached a verdict, it seemed, on a couple of the lesser charges, but hadn't on the most significant. The problem was the most significant charge involved believing Annabella Sciorra, who's an actress, who was the most, I think, persuasive and compelling of all the witnesses. So I'm thinking, okay, they're having trouble on the counts that involve her. And she was the most compelling. And yet they've decided on the lesser ones that you don't need Annabella Sciorra. So I was thinking, okay, maybe they were concerned about the relationships that these women, the other 2 women, had with him both before and after. She didn't do that. And, you know, it turns out that they had agreed on the lesser, really lesser, 3rd degree with regard to 1, and then 1st degree with regard to Mimi Haley. So, look, I think that if this had been 10, 15 years ago, you wouldn't have had a conviction at all.
I think you're right about that.
I think we have.
I think
this
we're in a
case
different place
reminds us that we have now evolved finally in defining what rape is. That it can be with someone, that it can be with someone who you knew and you had a relationship with before, and you had a relationship even with after. And I think that this case is very telling.
Wives can be raped by their husbands.
Yes.
That can happen.
Yes.
Okay, Harvey Weinstein denies all allegations of non-consensual sex.
Of course he does.
Well, we have to move on to Live PD, which is one of my favorite shows. I think you know that. I think it's such a great show. It's a huge hit all around the country, and for people that don't watch, even though everyone's watching, it follows police departments around the country in real time as they patrol their communities. And you guys are in the dark as much as the viewers, and you don't know what's going to happen. I'm also obsessed with the fact that Lana Del Rey's boyfriend is there with you, Sean Larkin. It's so random and amazing. It's a really great show. You have to watch it. But what's the craziest moment you've caught on camera recently?
Well, there's been a lot of crazy things. You know, there's a chase. There was a guy who actually pulled his 2-year-old out of the car that had flipped over and tried to seem to be using it as a shield. But, you know, there's really serious stuff that happens on the show. And then there's, like, light stuff. I mean, the number of people who get pulled over, they find drugs in their pants, and they say, those aren't my pants. I mean, it happens again and again. And you say to yourself, so when you put them on this morning, you knew they weren't yours, right?
Where'd you get those?
Where did those come from?
You got to come and spend more time with us here.
Yes.
I love coming here.
Good, and come back. Our thanks to Dan Abrams. The new book, John Adams Under Fire, is out today.